As tackles go in football, this one was not that different, but what followed certainly was.
That is Damar Hamlin.
The 24-year-old Buffalo Bills safety was hit hard in the chest during a game Monday evening in Cincinnati. He stood up and a few seconds later collapsed. Hamlin's doctors said testing's underway to find out what caused him to go into cardiac arrest, and more common ailments need to be ruled out. But experts speculated he likely had what's called commotio cordis, a rare and potentially lethal heart rhythm disruption.
We watched Sean McDermott call his team over and say, we're going to say a prayer.
A round of CPR and defibrillation happened on the field before he was rushed to a hospital in an ambulance where he's still in an ICU.
Show the importance of proper training and proper CPR.
Canadian Red Cross instructor Michael Nemeth explains why Hamlin needed that and a defibrillator.
By CPR beginning, those chest compressions kept the brain alive until a defibrillator was available in order to stop that chaos and get his heart perfusing and beating at a normal sequence again and start getting his brain perfused with oxygen.
He encouraged everyone to take time to learn how they can help others. So if you're in a public place such as this train station and come across someone in medical distress, look around. You'll often find defibrillators mounted on the wall.
If you and I are in an arena and someone collapses with us, I would assess that patient. We're going to check the surroundings, make sure it's safe, and then check our patient and see, do they have a good airway, are they breathing, and do they have a pulse? And if they don't have a pulse, I'll start CPR, so I'll start chest compressions, and I'll ask you to go get a public access defibrillator.
You'll need to expose the patient's chest, and once you have that defibrillator, push the power button and it will guide you. 2 pads go on the upper and lower chest.
Don't touch patient analyzing. Shock advised.
The pads will monitor vital signs and tell you what to do. If it says an electrical shock is needed,
press flashing shock button. Shock delivered.
But knowing CPR either way is essential. You and others might need to do intervals up to 2 minutes.
Push hard, push fast. 1 compression every second, just a little bit faster than that. Pushing down 5 to 6 centimeters. And then what residual oxygen is left in the person's body is getting reabsorbed back in the blood to be redistributed up to the brain, again, to keep that brain alive. Because really what you're doing is just allowing emergency personnel time for them to get there.
The guidelines he offers, and those published on the Canadian Red Cross First Aid app, though, are not a substitution for practice in a proper setting.
Take a CPR class. Learn how to do CPR. It's a simple skill. It buys valuable time.
In Toronto, Nick Westoll, City News.